Hello, I'm Rachel from Keto Dream, and today I'll talk about the keto diet and ADHD. Attention deficit/hyperactivity disorder, ADHD, is one of the most common neurological disorders affecting children with an estimated prevalence of 6.7% to 12% in the United States. The current research indicates that about half of those diagnosed with the disorder will carry their symptoms into adulthood. Fortunately, the literature also contains plenty of clues as to how we can potentially alleviate many of the symptoms of ADHD naturally. In this video, we will focus on natural treatments for ADHD, specifically dietary interventions like the ketogenic diet. Natural treatments for ADHD. Although the first line of treatment is typically stimulants, example, Adderall and Ritalin, the therapeutic approach to ADHD has been shifting. In some cases, environmental changes and behavioral therapy alone are helpful enough. With that being said, studies have found that a combination of behavioral therapy and medication works best for most people, particularly those with moderate to severe ADHD. However, there are other natural treatment options worth exploring for those who do not respond to medication or who don't want to rely on ADHD drugs. Let's take a look at the most common natural, drug-free ADHD treatments that address multiple potential causes of the condition. Behavioral therapy, education, and training. There are different kinds of therapy that have been used for ADHD, but research has found that therapy alone is not effective at reducing ADHD symptoms. This is in part due to the neurological issues that are driven by other variables. Therapy is best used as a supplement to an ADHD treatment plan, as a way to help children, teens, and adults with the disorder work through common issues instead of avoiding them. Addressing nutrient deficiencies. Chronic deficiencies of certain minerals such as zinc, iron, magnesium, and iodine and inadequate dietary intake of omega-3s may have a significant impact on the development and progression of the symptoms of ADHD in children. By addressing these deficiencies, it is possible to improve brain function and potentially reduce some symptoms of ADHD. The best way to address these deficiencies is with a micronutrient-dense diet consisting of whole foods that the patient can tolerate. Some examples of these vitamins and mineral-rich foods include seafood, seaweed, organ meats, low-carb vegetables, and egg yolks. However, if these foods are not tolerated by the patient, they are sensitive or have an allergic reaction to them, then supplements are the next best option. Supplements. Although there are many proposed ADHD remedies available, the evidence for their effectiveness is virtually non-existent. At this point, only 3 supplemental strategies have relatively high-quality research supporting their effectiveness for those affected by ADHD. Omega-3s, DHA and EPA. The most recent systematic reviews and meta-analyses of the studies assessing the impact of omega-3s on ADHD symptoms conclude that these fatty acids have a modest positive effect. Researchers recommend that the use of omega-3 fatty acids in the treatment of ADHD should generally be reserved for mild cases and as a supplemental treatment in more severe ADHD cases. Melatonin. Melatonin appears to be an excellent option for treating sleep problems, stimulant-induced or not, especially if behavioral treatments have been unsuccessful and reducing or adjusting medication dosages is not feasible. Vitamins and minerals that are deficient in the diet. Ensuring adequate micronutrient intake is a crucial part of optimizing cognitive function, especially for those vulnerable to ADHD symptoms. Dietary interventions. According to the research, dietary interventions seem to help roughly 1 in every 4 children with ADHD. The minority of these individuals, around 10% of children with ADHD, may experience a full remission of symptoms that is equivalent to a successful drug treatment. Among all of the ADHD diets studied, the few foods diet seems to be most effective. Simply put, this diet restricts a person's calories to only a few less commonly consumed foods. The keto diet and ADHD. The ketogenic diet has a long-standing place in neurology, which was first used to help children with treatment-resistant epilepsy in the 1920s. Since then, keto has been proven effective as a treatment for various cases of epilepsy. Unfortunately, the research on keto and ADHD is scarce. In fact, the highest quality research I could find was conducted on dogs, not humans. Regardless, the data can still provide us with some valuable insights into how carb restriction may impact ADHD-related behaviors. When compared with the standard diet, the keto diet resulted in a significant improvement in ADHD-related behaviors, which are similar to behaviors expressed by humans with the condition. The authors speculated that the alterations of energy metabolism in the brain, a phenomenon that occurs after the body starts burning more ketones for fuel, may have contributed to the behavioral changes. Hopefully, these promising results will provoke more of a demand for high-quality trials of the keto diet or ketone supplementation as a potential dietary intervention for ADHD in humans. The best ADHD treatment plan will consist of the medications, therapies, and/or dietary strategies that apply to each individual's specific needs. I'll leave in the description a video explaining how to start a keto diet in 3 simple steps. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, consider clicking on the like and subscribe button. Hope to see you in the next video.